welcome to today's episode of Illuminate Your Truth. Now, today we're going to be talking a little bit about being a light worker and being a light worker in this particular time on Earth right now. And being a light worker and battling with the darkness. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So I've been on this spiritual journey for, I would say, about 9 years now. I've started my spiritual awakening about 9-10 years ago, I'd say. And, the older I get, I'm 31, so, the older I get, the more I'm always trying to hone my psychic abilities. I'm always trying to learn new things. I'm trying to, grow spiritually, develop myself, raise my vibration, all those things. And throughout my journey, I've learned that the more healing that you do, the more you open your third eye, open your crown, the more you free yourself of past traumas, clear yourself, heal yourself from past traumas that were yours, or even, clearing traumas. I don't know how many of you are also into doing generational work, but, the more you clear your ancestral lineage, those who came before you, the more susceptible you are to darker energies. And I never really thought that was something that happened until I started experiencing it for myself. I definitely learned that the more light you become, the more darkness is attracted to you. And that has shaken up a lot in me, because I've always used to have this. I grew up in as a Jehovah's Witness, so everything was demonic if it was weird. And I had this horrible fear of demons. I had this horrible fear of the dark. And it really did limit me in experiencing and, exploring different things. But now, I do energy work, and I've really opened up my psychic abilities to the point now where I can actually see dark attachments, demonic entities, just negative entities on people while I'm doing their sessions. And, at first I was very scared, because it's definitely not something that I wanted to see. But, actually that might not be true. I always wanted to see things, like have visions of things, and open up my third eye to the point where I could close my eyes and see, what was actually there. And now I can do that. So that's pretty great. But I didn't understand or know that it was, going to be like this. So the more I heal myself, the more I'm healing others, and the more I'm living my truth, I've noticed that the more darkness is attracted to me. And, you have to think of it like, I'm here to transmute that energy. We all have darkness. It's a dual world. There's duality, and there's the light and the dark. And I believe that as a light worker, it's up to us to really take that darkness and, either change it into light, work with I love working with my spirit guides, my ancestors. I don't do this work alone. I'm always protected, and I know that I always have them with me. I am part of the Rose lineage, so I work a lot with my team. My spiritual team is Mother Mary, Archangel Michael, Jesus, and then my father. But so they really have stepped up, especially to battle against this really dark energy that's around us now. It's 2022, and it's August, and I just feel this, this new type of energy rising up, and I've, myself had to learn how to fight it and it's definitely intense, but it can be done. And like I said, with spiritual helpers, I think that is one of the important things to have, is to hone that connection with your spirit guides and your ancestors, because they always have your back. And in those moments when you are so tired, so exhausted that you can't fight, all you have to do is ask them and they will fight for you. So I think that if I was going to have tips, for battling the darkness as a light worker, I think that would be one of the most important tips, would be to solely rely, on your spirit helpers for help in those moments of psychic attack, or seeing something, that might be demonic, or experiencing a negative attachment or entity. Definitely call on your guides to help you. There's lots of different types of attachments, negative energies, spirits, things like that. I think I want to break that down maybe in another episode, but in these energy sessions that I have, I see a lot of different things, and I feel like whenever you see them, they see you, and they know that you can see them. So they're probably not going to like that. And since I've started seeing them, I'm seeing more of them. And, I'm getting clients who are calling me with the same dark issues, and they're gravitating towards me. I'm getting rid of one, and I'm like, and then I'm like, wow, there's another one. There's another person that needs help, and it's really suffering with something dark, either in their home or, attacking them on a personal physical level. So it's like, wow, so if you really want to open up and do that, you may be a demon slayer, or whatever you might call it. What was I calling myself? Like a demon slayer, or like I don't even know, demon hunter, I don't know. But so I'm not saying that this will happen to everybody, but I mean, the more light you become, the more darkness is attracted to you. And it's just being okay with learning new tips and tricks and tools on how to get rid of these energies, not only for yourself, but if you would like to take on the work to do that clearing, healing work for others as well. It definitely takes bravery, courage, reliance, and too, because I really do rely on my spirit guides and my animal guides to help me through sending down energy at that time, assisting me in those moments, giving me strength, a helpful word, or showing me synchronicities throughout the day. If I ask a question and need an answer, it's really important to have that system in place so you don't feel so alone, because it's a hard battle. It's a scary battle. I would be lying if I said that I don't get scared sometimes. I'm doing this work because I see some really scary things, and you have to just, as a lot of times I just kind of keep that to myself, and I'll write it down in a journal. Oh man, journaling is very important to get those visions out there, or those moments out there where you do see some things, and it's not the best. You don't really know who to tell. Journaling is excellent for getting that out. But so Lightworker, so you may experience lots of different kind of things once you start opening up, healing, becoming more light. It's a beautiful process. It's also very unpredictable, and that can be scary sometimes, but you're not alone, and you always have help. And I think that is one of the most important things to know, is that you're not alone. So I hope you all enjoyed this quick little conversation today, and I hope that it was able to help you on your journey to higher consciousness. And so thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.